reading a book on modern womanhood. Modern womanhood, great thing, isn't it? But did you know the modern woman barely has any reproductive rights? That's what my first law is going to change. I want full reproductive rights for all women of America. In some states, we do have reproductive rights, such as California, where you can get abortions or a hysterectomy as long as you want, but you still have to go many files of paperwork. There's other states, like Alabama, who completely knocked out abortion rights, and that is not fair. Some people may bring up religion in this stance, with abortion and sterilization. Well, hey, it clearly states religion and state should be separate, so there is no room for religion in our uteruses. Women's reproductive health does not just include abortion. It also includes affordable health care and contraception coverage, meaning any birth control and health care related to the reproductive system. It also is Medicare and expansion, state Medicare family planning, and eligible expansions that will help with creating a family and maintaining a family, which is part of women's reproductive health, because where does the baby come from? Her uterus. It also covers many different planning processes for families, because it's not just what happens when the baby is born, what happens when it grows up. And we all know what happens when you can't afford a child. It also helps with fertility, natality, and infant health, all things going into reproductive health for a woman, and this all has to go with the law that I'm making. Abortion and sterilization is not just for a woman's comfort, it's for illness. There's stuff like endometriosis, ghost pregnancies, and civic pregnancies that happen in the tubes that can cause fatal illness to them and the child. Reproductive health is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for many women around the globe, especially in America, where in some states this is limited, and that should be a federal offense. This law is also coming in at a great time. See, we have this tyrant in the Supreme Court now, Amy Barrett. She has no place in there, and how dare she call herself a woman? She wants to make it illegal for any reproductive health for a woman, make birth control and not an option, Plan B, any type of contraction pill. That is severe for people with endometriosis and young teens in a very, very toxic relationship with someone. It's also bad for abortion as well. She wants to make it illegal for an abortion and a federal offense if a woman has a miscarriage. It is not a woman's fault if they have a miscarriage. A miscarriage is when a body rejects the baby. It's not her fault. The reason why we target Amy Barrett so heavily during this topic of women's reproductive health is because of the many quotes and actions she's done to this topic. One of them being, while she was a law professor at Notre Dame, she was signed 100 different papers opposing the abortion on demand, an article written about the barbaric legacy, she said, of Roe versus Wade. This is very harmful to women's rights and women's reproductive health, because this case was about to make abortion legal in many different states. How can a woman refer to that as barbaric? Another thing that she did during her confirmation hearing, Barrett is also appeared to be sidestepped during the issue of contraception, which is how a woman is during birth control and other types of birth control options. She would not say a word to Chris Coons, the Supreme Court ruling the question about Griswold versus Connecticut, which protected the right to buy and use contraception. She said nothing and refused to answer. And this law doesn't just cover abortion, though that is a huge topic. It covers all reproductive health. That means sexual health, surgeries, hysterectomies, menopause, that's all reproductive health. Everything a woman has is covered in this full law for protection of your body, your choice. I'm Mena Briese, and I approve of this message.